Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is More Than a Message here today with another pick a card reading. It is quite early in the morning. I wanted to get some filming done since it's supposed to be incredibly hot and I have to turn off like my fans and my air conditioning when I record so that the noise isn't too bad. So here we are. We have 3 piles today. We're going to be asking the question, where is spirit guiding you towards at the current moment? We have pile number 1 is the Tattoo Tarot with this citrine cluster. The second pile is the Sun and Moon Tarot with this clear quartz. And then the third pile here is the Spirit Song Tarot with this blue calcite. So always, for disclaimers, any references to divine feminine, divine masculine, refer to in energies, has nothing to do with gender, as well as this is a general reading, so take whatever resonates and leave the rest. But I will see you guys in your pile. If you haven't yet, please like and comment, share, subscribe to the channel. But I will see you in your pile. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Tattoo Tarot and this citrine quartz here, this is going to be your current reading. The sun is blinding me right now. But we are asking the question today, where is spirit guiding you at the current moment? What is going on? What advice do you need? What guidance you need? If you're already seeing certain signs, just to kind of check in with your intuition, make sure you're kind of going in the right spot, the right zone. See what we can get for you, what kind of the current energy is. So for our pile number 1, spirit, what are you guiding them towards? What do they need to hear right now? What's kind of the situation? Okay, we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, so getting over some type of past heartbreak here. Or maybe if you've been feeling very brokenhearted or feeling very like discouraged in your love life, maybe that's about to be changing soon. Healing that aspect of yourself. Oh, it's the morning and it's already so warm here. We have Temperance in reverse. Yeah, I feel like there is an unbalancing, or maybe I need to kind of check. Oh, that's a lot, but we will take them. Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting kind of a love situation up in here. For sure. For sure, for sure. Okay. The World in reverse. Oh, do we got 2? Do we got 2 peeps up in here, guys? Do you have 2 people that we're pulling right now? Let's finish getting our cards and then we'll kind of dive in a little bit deeper. I'm definitely getting like love situation though. What is going on? I feel like that's supposed to go over here because there's 3 more cards. Oh, what is going on? Guys, this is definitely, you know, I was trying to do more of a spiritual reading today, but this first pile is already kind of jumping into a love situation. So apparently you need some guidance in the areas of love right now, pile number 1. So, oh yeah, the 13 of Swords. I mean, this one's in reverse, so I feel like there's definitely a lot of heartache, a lot of baggage in the area of your love life, a lot of unbalancing. Maybe there is an unbalanced situation with this King of Pentacles, whoever is kind of that more sturdy, masculine, more materialistic oriented individual in regards to that kind of energy. And then we have the King of Cups here, so somebody who's a little bit more emotional, a little bit more flowy per se, but maybe not as practical or sturdy in the material senses. I feel like, and it's interesting that they're opposing, but their clarifying cards are in reverse. So I feel like there might have been two different people in your life that you were having some difficulties with in regards to love. One of them, it was really hard to balance the situation. Another one, the like relationship or the emotional level just was not, I don't know if I want to say reciprocated, but I feel like the level of intensity was definitely also kind of out of balance in regards to this as well. Maybe they were a bit too much for you, but this person was not balanced enough. But I feel like things are going to slowly be changing here moving forward. I feel like there's going to be some truth or communication. Maybe that's something that you're needed to be guided towards. Maybe there is cycles or things that need to be cleared and finished out in regards to these individuals. With the Four of Pentacles, definitely holding on and kind of reserving your money at the current moment. Just kind of check in with your finances, make sure that you're not overspending, underspending. Kind of keep a little nest egg to the side at the moment, as well as the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles, in the World in reverse. There might be something that you are really building up towards in regards to your finances as well. And that's kind of something that Spirit wants to guide you to kind of like, yeah, check a little bit into that area as well. With the Nine of Wands, there seems to be a lot of burdens coming up currently, but those are slowly going to be shifting and healing through a lot of hard work and communication. And there's for sure two individuals involved, if not almost like a little community. Yeah. What else do I see here? I feel like there's also a need to be truthful in regards to your finances, whether that's if you need to maybe seek more guidance in that area when it comes to budgeting or investing, or if you're having to deal with student loans, home loans, mortgages. Like, just there's something about like almost a contract of some sort as well, and making sure you're like thoroughly looking this over. That's a little bit specific, so I don't know if somebody has a contract that they're being offered, and to really look that over and decide whether that is worth it or not. Or maybe communicate things if they're like, there's some negotiation that can be involved in that, if that is resonating with you in your current situation. That's kind of what I'm getting at the current moment with the tarot. So let's start popping into some oracle cards here. What do we want to start with? Let's start out with our animal spirit, the wild unknown. See what kind of either animal spirit that's kind of coming forward for you at the moment. Maybe you've been seeing this animal, or maybe you just need to embody this animal, or maybe they're already just a spirit guide for you in general. But for pile number one, we're getting huge chunks of cards today already. Spirit for pile number one, what guidance are they being brought towards right now? Okay, that's a few, but not as many as it was before. We got the starfish, the black egg, octopus, and the golden egg. Let's do this. Okay. There definitely seems to be a connection to water for sure. So you could have some strong water placements, or these individuals that you were dealing with could have some strong water placements. Excuse me. Ooh, throat chakra there getting a little whoo. I also find it interesting that you got both of the like infinite cosmic eggs here too. There definitely seems to be a rebirth and a transition here. With the starfish, I'm also getting a kind of check into your dreams and kind of pay attention to your dreams at the moment. If you have a dream journal, I would highly recommend to keep that next to your bed and kind of just like jot down little things, or even into your phone, because I know sometimes it's kind of hard to do that a little bit, but sometimes the phone can wake you back up. There's a lot of like intuitive downloads that are hitting you currently, and I feel like you're being nudged and encouraged to follow those things. You were kind of in this harvesting, like you were like cooking for a while, and now you're getting to like this next ascended level, maybe with having to deal with this past heartbreak and these past situations. You're now evolving into a higher version of yourself. And I'm also getting like deep sea creatures. Like you ain't just saying any little average fishy. You're very intuitive, and you're very I'm almost getting the sense of using the certain quirks that you have that you may not almost, or you might not really want to bring into like a work, business, career, finance sense. I feel like that's actually what's going to put you in a different direction or set you like apart from the rest. Okay. Let's get the Earth Magic Oracle here. Start jumping into those. Oh, this sun and not having any fan right now is... I'm so warm. It's so warm, guys. Filming for the next like week or two is gonna be pretty rough. Ooh, okay. Fire, passion, okay. You see that? It's kind of a shadow on there at the moment. Maybe your passion and your fire is being kind of overshadowed at the moment. Is that what I'm getting from that? We also have fairies, earth magic, and then DNA, karma. I feel like in regards to this past situation, or also in regards to your finances, if you're doing good and you are putting out good karma, that's just gonna end up reverting back to you twice fold. There's definitely something about like your passion and your fire being, again, kind of overshadowed at the current moment. Guys, I'm saying there's something with this throat chakra. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Ooh. I'm definitely getting also that you have some fairies in regards to your spirit guides. Wow, can I speak right now? Apparently not. These two snakes intertwining as well. If you are really still kind of heartbroken and upset about your love life, like I'd mentioned before, things are going to be kind of flipping and switching here soon. But I feel like these finance things need to be handled first as we still process out these past situations. There's definitely an encouragement also to go out a little bit more in nature, whether that's hiking, just sitting outside and reading a book. Literally just go touch the grass. Like, as dumb as that sounds, sometimes it honestly is so grounding. Like, literally just put your hand out, run it through the grass a little bit, just take your shoes off and dig your toes into a little bit of dirt, and it really just changes the game sometimes, even if it's literally just for like 5 minutes. Let's get some dragon oracle cards now. See what dragon messages want to come through for our pile number ones. Spirit, what messages and guidance do you have for pile number ones at their current time? Rainbow Dragon brings the leaps of joy that opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, accept opportunities. Yeah, I feel like there's been like this really like lull period. You've been like getting ready to hatch here is what I'm getting. You're getting ready here to hatch into a whole new section of your life. And I feel like it's been a little bit of a rough road so far, so props to you, pile number one. The water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities, go with the flow. And then royal and gold dragon strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty, wear your cloak of power with pride. I'm getting the strong again, heart chakra energy here, and with that water, guys, I feel like you guys, yeah, water signs, heavy water placements, or maybe you just like connect with water really deeply. I actually don't really have that many water placements within my chart, but like I've been a water baby since I was a baby, you know, I was real little. So maybe you guys live by the ocean or around lakes or cabiny type stuff. I'm also the deep blue, kind of a third eye. You're definitely still getting those intuitive hits. Also getting that sword here as well. So there's some stuff that still needs to be communicated and kind of to bring that fire, that passion back, and really hone in on your strengths that set you apart from others. Again, especially in regards to like career, business, finance elements. Okay. We are going to pull from the Crystal Mandala Oracle now. Let's see what kind of message and or crystal you could be working with right now. Kind of help. Right. Goddess Gaia and Ocean Jasper. Goodwill. Number 888. So if you have or Ocean Jasper, again guys, water, this water thing is really hitting hard here. The way this is kind of swirled is giving me some butterfly wings, so you're definitely going through a very intense transformation right now. There's also the number 45, so that could be significant. Yeah, that nature and water is really what you're being encouraged to kind of interact with at the current moment. Maybe to help kind of with this healing. And I feel like when you're interacting with water or with nature, that is when you're going to get your strongest intuitive hits and intuitive downloads. So go out and touch that grass, people. Go out and touch that grass. I just saw 1818 on the timer. We're now pulling up the Starseed Oracle cards here. And then we will get some little bit more messagey cards, the homemade, and do the normal postcard from Spirit to close out your reading. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. That kind of goes back into that eight of pentacles, 8 of coins, of just kind of like slowly building, slowly getting to the areas that you need to right now. There's still that kind of moment of pause and moment of healing. I think that also kind of comes into making any big financial decisions. Again, I had something to do with that contract earlier. So if you are potentially purchasing a house, purchasing a vehicle, anything that's like a big money purchase, take some time, really reflect. And if there's a way to like negotiate and communicate and kind of maybe get something a little bit better, definitely hold off for a minute, because there's going to be almost like an intuitive hit, or just something's going to happen for you guys. Pile number 1. Got Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, See the Light by Staying Grounded. I've definitely been talking about kind of regrounding yourself throughout majority of this reading as well. Again, heavy encouragement on going out into nature, playing with water, all these blues, that intuitive hit. There's definitely a little bit with that throat chakra, with these swords coming through as well. And like swirls. Pay attention to your dreams still. Yeah, dreams are also still very relevant in this for this pile. Okay, let's get the Beyond Lumeria cards. They have an image on the back, and then or image on the front, text on the back, or vice versa, whatever you really, you know. What really defines the back or the front? A mullet, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. All right, pile number 1. What spirit messages do we have for pile number 1? What messages do you have, Spirit? Starseed Elemental. We just did the Starseed Oracle, so you definitely could resonate with being a starseed. Okay, guys, no joke. My phone overheated because of the recording and how hot it is currently, and with the sun. I was telling you that it was kind of nuts currently at the moment. So let's hope that that doesn't happen again. All I did was finish reading out the card here, so we'll reread that real quick. So, Starseed Elemental, sometimes adulting can become too serious. When this happens, adding curiosity, fun, laughter, and a lighthearted sense of play to our perspective can be the most effective way to rebalance. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring joy to whatever we are accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes and seeing how they perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child might solve it. Humans are evolving, and children can be our wisest teachers. May we nourish their big souls, listen to them with our hearts, and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so that we may see a whole new world. I had mentioned checking in and kind of nurturing your inner child a little bit. Maybe doing certain activities that you used to do as a kid can kind of help in regards to bringing in more of these intuitive downloads, as well as kind of healing these certain situations and circumstances that needed to be healed from like the prior stuff. I'm also I did want to mention that the like original chunk of video ended up being 2121, just to let you guys know if that also is significant in a certain way. But we have the Mind Info Oracle, and then we'll do the homemade deck and close out with a postcard from Spirit. So we were almost there. We only had a few more decks left for your guys' reading, but apparently it's just too hot. It's just too hot. Patience. Yep. What was that with that wait? Wait. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. Also, pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given to, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Yeah, there's definitely like things you're already like understanding and getting, so I'm hoping that there's certain hits in the reading that's resonating with you with stuff that you've already been kind of like intuitively getting. The last card we have is release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. Yeah, there's definitely been a whole need of like healing, releasing, stepping in to your power, really moving in and ready to receive that good karma. You know what I'm saying? But let's get some of the homemade from my little homemade deck here. Get some homemade spirit messages, and then we will close out with our postcard from Spirit for your reading today, guys. All right, Spirit, what do you... Ooh, okay. I already got a little chunk here. I'm growing. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into a new version of yourself, that's for sure. Maintain your boundaries. Virgo, you could have Virgo placements, or the people that you're kind of like dealing with could have had heavy Virgo placements. We have meditate. Yeah, there's definitely need for that grounding and going out in nature, peeps. Touch that grass. New path unfolding. There's definitely things that are going to be switching up for you here soon, that's for sure. Self-love. Definitely always needed. And again, that healing from those past situations. Generational trauma, that could be something that you're also kind of going through that releasing of as well. Ooh. It's getting real hot again. I'm scared that this is gonna cut off. I had to go put my phone in the freezer for like 2 seconds just to get it to like simmer down. Okay, that flipped out to say Taurus, so heavy earth placements as well. Like it didn't want to fully come out. Spirit, hello? Ooh, I got a bunch that came out, but only one that fully blocks removed. Look at that. It might take a minute. It might take a minute. Like it took a minute for that card to come out, but these blocks are getting removed for you. And that is for sure. Let's get our postcard from Spirit here to close out your reading today, guys. Woo. Was that loud? Slapping. Slapping. Oh. Okay, you guys got 2. I usually only like to do 1 because these are pretty big, so, but shh, we'll do it anyways. All right. Dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master, and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe, so whenever you fall into insecurity, you'll be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are always and have been enough, and abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, then seeing happens. Loving you more and more every day. And this one here. Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep. What was I saying about dreams? Not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity and ego, you begin to see through the eyes of small self and have a less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind in alignment with divine intelligence is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. Well, pile number 1, that is your reading for today. I hope that did resonate for you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if it didn't resonate, either choose a different pile, choose a different reading, or I just might not be your reader for today. So I am wishing you the best of luck and love and light in your journey, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to your reading pile number 2. If you chose if you chose the Sun and Moon Tarot and this clear quartz, this is going to be your reading for today. We are asking the question, what is Spirit guiding you towards at the current moment? What messages do they have? What's kind of upcoming? What are you being guided towards? Kind of reassuring your intuition and stuff that's been coming through. I do want to say this happened with pile number 1. It is extremely hot where I am currently, and with the sun and everything, their reading got cut off a little bit at one point because my phone overheated. So just a quick little warning. It is super hot, so I'm trying to film as early as possible so the sun can kind of change throughout the reading as well. To try to get out of this heat, because I have to turn off like my fans and air conditioning when I record so the noise isn't too bad. But pile number 2, Spirit, what messages do you have for our lovely pile number 2s here? Spirit, what messages do you have for 3 of Cups in reverse, Abundance at the top, the 10 of Wands in reverse, Oppression. I feel like you're like releasing a toxic friend group, Queen of Cups, and yeah, and stepping into more of your like nurturing divine feminine energy. Again, energy has nothing to do with gender. Spirit, oh, that is too many, but I will take this top one. Queen of Swords, and I'll take this one too. 8 of Cups, Indolence. You're stepping into your like nurturing energy, but with ever like this group of people, you are kind of going all Queen of Swords and kind of cutting them off a little bit. This was a hard decision for you to make, but you needed to like keep your peace. And Spirit's saying like this was a good decision. Like don't regret this. Because you might, you know, be a little lonely, be a little sad. I mean, who doesn't? Especially, like, I'm just saying, because it feels like it's like a kind of a toxic friend circle, toxic friend group that you're kind of like leaving behind, and you're kind of facing your shadow side. This was a hard decision to make. Death, rebirth, yeah. You're kind of going all hermit mode, but you're kind of charging forward here still. And guys, I will say that friendship like breakups are worse than romantic situations. Sun, yeah, but things are going to be coming out on the side here, and we'll just leave that at that for now. until we start pulling oracle cards. But yeah, I do feel like there was this real kind of toxic friend group, this environment that you were around that you are now kind of retreating from. You're really reflecting and getting in touch with like your emotions, with where your head is at logically with the situation as well. There seems to be a lot of things that you are leaving behind again and facing more of your shadow side. Very difficult decision to make, but ultimately this was the best decision to make, and moving forward continuous, or it honestly, you might still kind of be in this indecision mode of like, should I leave these people? Should I kind of move forward? Should I, I think Spirit is encouraging you to, yes, retreat back from these people, reflect, go inward, kind of take some time out for yourself, because ultimately this is going to lead to your ultimate happiness, which is something that I don't think is currently as fulfilling as you would like it to be at the moment, especially with that Temperance card. You could really be into art, any format of art, drawing, painting, filmmaking, editing, writing. There's so many different music, illustration. I don't know. There's so many different forms of art out there. So maybe that's something that can kind of help you through this transition and kind of help you with reflecting. I mean, the best art kind of comes through really reflecting on certain emotions and feelings and expressing that through art. Maybe that's also something that you're being encouraged to do at the current moment. My throat. Ooh, I'm gonna take a sip of water here. Yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, in almost every single, like, if you notice here, with the way that the cards go out, you have this group of people, and again, you're kind of releasing that group of people, and then it's one person, 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 one person. And then finally, when you get to this sun, you're kind of, fully back. Maybe there's going to be a potential romantic partner that comes in, or you are just going to end up finding your soul people, your soul tribe, people that really reflect to you back your own values, which I don't think is something that you are receiving in your current situation. But throughout this period, you could also be reflecting on, what are my values? What do I want out of the relationships in my life? Do I, what kind of energy do I want surrounding me at all times? Not all times, obviously, but like, what kind of energy do I want around me? Because I don't think you want the energy that has been around you to be around you any longer. And you are being encouraged to take that time to kind of go little hermit mode. There's definitely, the thing that I'm noticing here though is there is a lot of lack of earth energy, so there could be a need for grounding at the current moment here. We have Ace of Wands, the bottom after that, but we're gonna start pulling our oracle cards here. I'm gonna start out with the animal spirit oracle, the wild unknown, to see what kind of energy you are embodying at the current moment, if there are certain animals that you're potentially seeing, guided towards. See what comes through. Spirit, what do we have for our pile number twos? a moth. Love me some moths. I'm getting like when somebody has like a moth tattoo, which I plan on getting one, so let me know if you do and where your placement is. But moth, kind of, I'm getting almost a little bit of a night owl in a weird way. Oyster. That hermit tarantula. I don't think I've ever actually pulled that card out. And stingray. Oh, you got another one underneath. Gazelle. You got an extra card for this deck. We're gonna actually put that over here. Okay. There's definitely transformation going. There's a need to like seek the light here. And then kind of go into your shell so that you can really kind of form your pearl, you know, and that takes time. And ultimately it's going to be beautiful at the end, but it takes a good amount of time, honestly. But it starts off really rough. Little grain of sand, and then just slowly keeps building and building. And the tarantula here, I almost get a feeling of like, I almost feel like you think you're going to scare certain people off, but ultimately you're gonna find your crowd that loves you. Do you know what I mean? Like, tarantulas, personally, I mean, I am not like afraid of spiders, but tarantulas give me a little, you know, but they're pretty cool, they're pretty dope. I'm just like, but you have your crowd, you have your people, do you know what I mean? And they are going to be obsessed with you, getting your soul tribe. But sometimes I feel like you think that you scare people away potentially, and that's why you're kind of staying in whatever group that you are currently like with. Yeah. There's also a need to kind of maybe do a little bit of like chakra healing, chakra work. And with the gazelle, I feel like most of these are, again, kind of solo creatures, but these guys come in a little herd, so you're definitely going to find your people. Maybe someone else has a tattoo of spider. I was talking about tattoos earlier, so feels like some people in this pile are some tatted up, which I would like more. I only have nine right now. Anyways, ooh, art. Yeah, that's kind of going back into that art stuff. I feel very like, yeah, a little spacey with your guys' pile. And I was talking about like needing a little bit more like grounded energy. So there's definitely a need to ground in this pile. A definite need to ground. Okay, we're gonna go into the Earth Magic Oracle now and see what guidance we have here from Spirit. What do we have for pile number 2? Of Autumn, Equinox, Release. I think that kind of again comes to that group of people. Shaman, Ancient Healing, Wisdom. There's definitely a need to, yeah. DNA, Karma. This came out in pile number 1 as well. So there's definitely like, if you put out good karma, it'll come back to you twice folds. There's definitely a need. There's a little similar messaging to pile number 1. So if you're drawn to that pile, maybe check it out, see if there's any messages in there for you as well. There is really that need to kind of, yeah, go a little hermit mode, so you can kind of go through this death and rebirth cycle, release out. Maybe there has to do with like past life karma as well. And with it being DNA, maybe it has like family karma, like generational trauma, family karma that needs to be worked out. Maybe that is the kind of like toxic situation, and you're trying to like decide, because it's hard, especially if it has to do with your family. It can be hard to kind of pull yourself away from that situation if it is toxic for you at the moment. Yeah, definitely taking time, healing, and grounding. Grounding is coming out very heavily because I'm like, woo. Okay. Let's do the Dragon Oracle cards now. Dragon messages you guys got at the moment. Okay, pure white dragon from Orion transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, let your wings of light grow and expand. Golden orange dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior, help those in need, remember your magnificence. The other one fell on the floor. Earth and water dragon creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Yeah, there's definitely like an ascension process that is currently happening here for you, and that definitely takes solitude. You definitely need to step back, reflect in on yourself, ground, and create that new foundation so that you can step forward in your truest self and your truest form, so that you can bring in these great things that you already know and you kind of want, but just aren't necessarily here in your 3D yet. I feel like there's some things that are, but not to the extent that you would like them to. But again, you kind of have to go, there's a lot about this ascension. So, could potentially be going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul. That could be happening up in here, which, oof, I give you all my prayers, because dang, that is never easy. I will say that. I went through one fairly recently for the like 2-3 years, and it was very, very rough to say the least. But I am pulling out the crystal mandala cards. It fell on the floor yet again. See, number 20, Ascended Master, El Moria, and Blue Star Sapphire. So that could be a crystal that you could be currently working with to help you out. There's something with that third eye chakra, again, ascending, higher will, number 333 on here. There's also that kind of, yeah, reflecting on your shadow side, reflecting in your shadow. I just saw I saw 1818 on the timer. That happened in pile number 1 as well. What is going on? Okay. I cleared between piles, so There's been connection the last like 2 readings that I've done, but the last reading that I did was a love reading. Okay. Let's get the Beyond Lemuria guidance message here. This has the images and then the text on the back. Oop. That one always wants to pop out and I can't really show it because it's got some, you know, because YouTube can't handle some nips. Spirit, what do you have for pile number 2? What messages and flippy flip. Air, paradigm shift. Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely, your spirits are surrounding you currently at the moment. While you might feel like you're, you know, in your little hermit mode, kind of going all quiet and by yourself, but you are fully surrounded by spirit during this entire process here. But we have, this is a time of tremendous change, and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. We can build energetic sovereignty, inspire others, connect dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath in is all about. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling. When the foundations we build on come from a place of love over fear, we will see huge positive changes in the world. We can start with ourselves. Yeah, there's definitely a deep healing and ascension process going on. And it might seem a little scary at first, but ultimately, once you get on the other side of the process, you're going to realize like the level of things that have changed for you. And honestly, you're not even going to recognize your past self that was involved with whatever situation and environment you were around. And sometimes that's what happens when you start ascending. Deep cellular healing, arbitrous energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah. What were we saying? Definitely just, and I'm getting with this temple, like, again, ancestral and, like, deep, like, past life karmic healing, like, past generational situations. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I feel like this, it's that kind of indecision about having to leave whatever situation that has been burdening you. Having to release that can definitely cause that anger and that conflict, or some, like, a little bit of, I'm surprised we actually almost didn't get like the tower card in this situation. There could have been a whole moment that almost stripped this away, and you could have been angry about it at first, and now you're in this hermit mode, but you are starting to get to that reflecting of like, hey, this was probably not the best situation for me. And ultimately, whatever happened, even if I was angry about it at first, I am now releasing and I'm healing, and I'm realizing that it really wasn't the best situation for me in the first place. So we are now going to get the Mind Info Oracle, and then we will get our homemade spirit messages, and then our postcards from Spirit to close out your reading for today. For you guys, pile number 2. I'm told to keep that one. Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. Yeah, good things are going to be coming after this period. Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you feel so much lighter when you do. Yeah. Yep. If you haven't yet separated yourself from this, and that's kind of been what you've been back and forth about, you are definitely heavily being encouraged to bravery and take the next step, even if it does cause a little bit of this conflict situation going on. All right, let's do our little homemade deck here, homemade spirit deck. See what messages we can get from this one. Ooh. Already got 2 angel numbers. You could be seeing a lot of angel numbers currently. We did have that 333 over here for that one. Solar plexus chakra. Yeah, really stepping, that could be the more significant one to work on, even though with that stingray card, there's definitely a need to work on all of them, but stepping into your confidence, into your power, really reflecting on your true authentic self is definitely key and very heavy here in this reading. Okay, pull here for this one. Self-sabotage. Have you been doing a little bit of self-sabotage? I mean, everybody does a little bit. We all do it. Have you processed? I feel like there's almost a self-sabotage of yeah, I've done this, I've gotten to this point, and then you haven't, so you kind of which again, been there, done that. Synchronicity, and you already know. Yeah, you already know. You already know. I don't think I have to elaborate much more with these messages right now. I feel like Spirit's calling you out a little bit. Respectfully. Where can you expand? Ooh, that is a huge chunk, but I will take whatever bottom one that was. Time to reflect. Yep. Hermit mode. Reflecting. And taking that time, looking at your shadow side, looking at your shadow self, and really just coming to terms on what suits you and what no longer suits you, what values you hold, and what you want to keep moving forward with your life and your situation and the environment that you have around you. But let's get you a postcard from Spirit here to close out your reading. Okay, that's too many, but we will take that one. Okay. Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. This really encapsulates like what this reading has really been about. But I hope that did resonate with you, pile number 2. If it did, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. If it didn't, you either can pick another pile, pick another reading, or I might just not be your reader for today. But I am definitely wishing you much love and light in your journey, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. If you chose the Spirit Song Tarot and this blue calcite here, this will be your reading. We are currently asking the question today. Oh, we got sirens going off already, so buckle up, everybody, for pile number 3. We are seeing what messages Spirit has for you currently at the moment, what's going on, you know, what guidance they have for you, what they're pushing you towards, what messages they have currently for you, all that fun stuff. It's been very different for each pile so far, with the overall energies. But let's see what we have in store for you, pile number 3, Spirit. Ooh, that was immediate. Okay. We have the 2 of crystals, or 2 of pentacles, balance, adaptability. 3 of crystals, pentacles, collaboration and productivity. 7 of acorns. Wait. Yeah, pentacles, and then 7 of acorns is wands. So 7 of wands. Sorry, whenever it's decks that have slightly different, like, dealios, I always, you know. Okay. We have Ace of Swords. Temperance, balance, harmony, number 14. Determination, stamina, mental clarity, and foundation. Let's just get all your cards here and then we'll start. The Star, peace and healing, 17 but in reverse. Interesting. King of Acorns, optimism and innovation. Let's see him a little better. Okay, 8 of Swords, courage, solutions. 2 of Cups, 2 of Shells, union and harmony. And the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. Okay. And we have the 9 of Wands, power, perseverance, but it came out kind of in reverse. I'll just keep that to the side for now. Okay. I'm getting a work situation. I think that there's like this big like project or something that you're currently like, or maybe you're trying to juggle and balance your work, like your work and your career, business stuff with your life. Like you're just trying to keep everything in balance. I do think that there's this big project right now that you're currently working on or in the midst of starting, so that's why you're trying to kind of juggle and balance out whatever needs to and be more adaptable with whether that's your schedule, if upheavals or little blocks keep coming up in whatever thing you were working with. I do think, however, there's a little bit of a, because with the Star and the peace and the healing being in reverse, I feel like it's caused a little bit of upheaval, or this King of Acorns, King of Wands, I feel like there's another person possibly here that is kind of like taking charge of the situation almost, and it's not as peaceful as it could be, or they're maybe trying to go too far too fast. And this is almost where this Ace of Feathers comes into play, of communicating like, hey, I think we might need to slow down a little bit instead of like jumping the gun on whatever this like project or whatever this deal is. And bring more balance into it, because I feel like, yeah, there's a partner that you're working with in regards to like a work situation, and there's a need to balance, like, yeah, with that Hermit, the contemplation, your wisdom and your almost intuition on the matter, but this person has that like go-getter, go forward, like, let's do this. And there needs to be a little bit of a balancing act of that in order for things to be and work really, really well. Because I ultimately do see things working out really, really well, but this kind of like, hey, we should hold off real quick and like reevaluate needs to be communicated before stepping forward. This is kind of, yeah, this is turning a little bit into a businessy career reading for you guys. Yeah, I think that ultimately whatever work like collaboration situation, it's going to end really, really well, but certain things need to be communicated. It might cause a little bit of upheaval at the second, like, but ultimately it's going to lead to success. You might feel a little bit burdened by it at first. But I feel like this is very, like, each one of you brings a certain aspect to the project or to the work situation that nobody else really can. Like, each of you fits a very particular piece of the puzzle or is very good in one area that the other might struggle or not be as dominant in. And that's why this is kind of, yeah, bringing that balance, that juggling act in order to really, like, make things work well in regards to this whole situation here. There's a want to charge forward and see results immediately, but there's definitely a message to hold back for the moment and do that reevaluating situation. This could, if it's not with another person, this could just be two, like, internalized, like, aspects to yourself that you're just trying to juggle and balance. Like, one of you could be really logical and like, one side of you could be very logical and practical, and the other can be very impulsive. Okay, let's start pulling some oracle cards for you guys. Pile number 3. I'm gonna do Animal, Wild Unknown, Spirit deck. And see what messages have to come out for you guys. Pile number 3. Yeah, this is such a strong work project coming through here for sure. Okay. We have the elephant, the zebra, which just came out twice. I'm actually gonna put this guy over there. And dragonfly. You could be seeing some of these animals, and just whether that's in, like, your dreams, in the media that you've been watching. Earthworm. Okay. I definitely feel this, like, fire and this passion when it comes to whatever it is that you are working on. There is this, like, flighty, like, I feel like there's something that's, like, constantly changing. within the circumstances of this. Like, it's one of those types of projects where that you have to, like, constantly be adaptable, but also stay really grounded in the, like, the future outcome and the goal, where things can seem really kind of flighty and shadowy right off of the bat. Like, you really got to trust your intuition and trust your eye when it comes to the ultimate end goal with this current project, or, again, whatever situation is resonating currently. Only you will know the circumstances that you are currently under and how this kind of fits within that. So with these rainbows too, and I think there's a heavy need also with that Ace of Swords, heavy on the throat chakra, but all of the chakras, I mean, that's kind of came out actually fairly heavy in all three piles of just continuing to work through the chakras. A lot of them had to do usually with the heart, the throat, and the third eye for the most part. So those are ones to, I think, focus on a little bit more heavily at the moment. It's kind of what Spirit is guiding you towards. But let's start. Which one do we want to grab next? Let's do the Earth Magic. Earth Magic Oracle. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, okay. That wants to come out immediately. Clouds, shape-shifting. Yeah, there's definitely a need to stay, like, flexible and adaptable within this situation. Making sure that you're able to iceberg, submerged. Yeah, there's definitely, like, that whole thing of, like, you can only see a little bit of what's going on, or there's only so much that you can see right now, but there is this whole huge, like, almost triple, quadruple, 10 times. I'm just continuing to make it more dramatic. There is so much more underneath the surface that needs to get done, or is happening, or there's the vision for, but you can only see so much on the surface right now. But things are changing and shifting. Music, harmony. Yeah, there's definitely going to be, there's harmony mentioned here as well. A balancing to whatever situation is currently going on. Maybe this even is a collaboration when it comes to music. There could also just be, like, you know, music happening in the workplace. That's always a fun time. But yeah, there's definitely that whole thing of a lot more is underneath the surface than what you can see right now with the current circumstances of your situation. And to hold faith, keep having and holding on to that vision, because things are ultimately going to end up really shifting and changing for you. Let's go on to the Dragon Oracle cards. There's definitely one kind of, like, dominating personality here for sure that is kind of needed to be tempered down. Again, once that's kind of, like, communicated, like, all's gonna be well. Spirit, what do we have? Okay, Dark Blue Galactic Dragon helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of the Master Blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. We have Dusky Pink Dragon from Andromeda. Prepares all your chakras to embody higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. What was I saying about the chakras? With a lot of that rainbow. That's definitely something that needed to be worked on. But, and the deep blue with that third eye. Ooh, oh, flippy.
Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine protection. Align with your fifth dimensional Can I speak? Apparently not. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. That definitely, strongly, I feel, has to do with holding on to that vision for whatever this is. It's definitely, there's blueprint like multiple times. So you could be working with blueprints. I couldn't tell you. Only you, again, know whatever is resonating with the situation, but I was definitely seeing, like, sometimes the, like, maps or, like, architectural stuff in regards to that. But whatever it is, this is definitely going to cause a lot of abundance. Both, like, just, like, fulfillment-wise, as well as, you know, getting a little bit of that money here, which is always, obviously, kind of the outcome when it comes to putting in certain work. I mean, if you're working on something, you'd hopefully want to see a little bit of financial gain from it. I mean, at least I do. Especially with the green. I was talking about that heart chakra. Kind of those mid to top 3. But let's get a crystal mandala oracle and see which kind of angel number, message, and what crystal could be used right now for you. Pile number 3. Kind of help move forward this situation. We have 51, Goddess Isis and Isis Crystal. So this could be something that you could work with, or work with the Goddess Isis at the current moment. She shall always prevail. Again, take divine masculine, divine feminine type energies. Does not have to do with gender. Crystal Goddesses 888. So definitely tapping into more divine feminine energy. And knowing that, like, whatever is going to happen, like, this is going to move forward, it's going to prevail, things are going to have, like, the juggling and the shape-shifting and everything, like, hold on to your vision. That is, like, the biggest, strongest message that is coming forward with this pile, is holding on to your vision, whatever that may be. It's, like, I'm just one of, like, the few things that just keeps barreling through my brain right now. Let's get some of the Starseed Oracle here. Feeling urged to keep that one. You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. There is, again, that keeping the boundaries of the situation, keeping things, you know, balanced. There's definitely kind of check in with that codependent energy. I feel like there's almost a need to be dependent in this work situation, and maybe you're almost used to working alone. I don't know why I wanted to shuffle these again, but alas. Spirit for pile number 3. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. There's definitely something that you already know. Like, you know, there's also music notes in that too. I didn't even notice that before. Yeah, there could be a really strong, like, work situation in regards to music here and collaborating with somebody. And maybe you're just not used to, like, bringing somebody into, like, your work process or vice versa. So it's just kind of like a little bit of a juggling act in regards to that. There's so many good things coming out of this. Trust your intuition. Turn your gaze within. Hold on to that vision. Again, I'm getting it so strong. It's just like the main thing that keeps just flying forward. As whatever is meant to come forward within this is going to come forward. That's pile number 3, Spirit. Soul Star Chakra. Let's look at the image here first. Oh, yeah, there's definitely, to me, I'm getting like sacral, crown, and third eye. Or even just like a higher, interesting. Soul star chakra, merging with the divine. This image captures the merging of time beyond space and kaleidoscopic wisdom that penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds. All interconnected, they uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything, and collective evolution is part of a grander story. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been, seeking and glimpse the greater dream. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like downloads that you're currently getting, and intuition. Just like trust those little hits, maybe even write them down and reflect on them before potentially bringing them up, because I feel like it's one of those things where you could just be like spitting out ideas in regards to this like situation, and this King of Wands just wants to like fly forward with whatever you're having to pull, and you're just like, okay, can we like think about this a little bit more before diving through? I mean, like, love the enthusiasm, but like let's step back just a touch. Let's figure it out real quick, you know. Just trying to slowly get there in those regards. We got a kitty cat cranking at the door. Yeah, there's definitely something with animals here. You could be working with animals even too? I don't know. It's nice that there's a good amount of balance of different energies here, you know, fire, water, earth, air, like it's all getting balanced here. There doesn't seem to be anything that's like too much or too little in regards to this, so it's definitely a very balanced work connection and work situation. Let's get some of the Mind Info Oracle here. The top of these cards always remind me about those little like scratch drawing things. I don't know if anybody else had those when they were a kid, where it was like rainbow and you could like etch out the black paint and then it would slowly reveal pretty much like a rainbow background. Anyways, maybe drawing has something to do with this. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Yeah, there's definitely like a being adaptable, being willing to change. Look at that. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels the person you become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. And lighten up. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit too rigid in this, and this person's kind of giving you a little bit of that, little bit of shape-shifting, a little bit more of that spice. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on Earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. Yeah, there's definitely again, I feel like whoever you're working with is definitely bringing a good balance within the current collaboration situation that's going down. Well, let us get some homemade spirit messages, and then we will do a postcard from Spirit here to close out your reading today. Spirit, what do you have for pile number 3 here today? What messages and guidance do we have for pile number 3? Leo, you could have strong Leo placements, or whoever you were working with. I feel like it's whoever you're working with, actually. that King of Wands. Old patterns. Yeah, maybe that's something that you need to change and detach from. That's what's being asked. Self-sabotage. Are you self-sabotaging? I mean, hey, I've been the queen of self-sabotage, so, like, I feel you on that. Ooh! We got things flying, but this chunk was too huge. We have divine intervention. This could have, like, been, like, a collaboration work situation that you were not expecting, or potentially you were supposed to be, like, on your own, and then it's like, here's your partner, and you're just like, what? Throat chakra. What was I saying? Throat chakra is super heavy to work on right now. I mean, again, hit all them chakras up, but blocks removed. Yeah, there's definitely things that you are working through and getting handled. What last ones? Ignoring your intuition. What are you doing, Aquarius? Ooh. Yeah. Again, you or your person could have strong Aquarius energy. I'm getting your person's more the Leo, and you're a little bit more the Aquarius here. I will say that. I will say that. Don't ignore this. Sorry, I'm being a little sassy right now. Spirit's coming through and being like, hey, calm down. Especially as the cat's trying to, like, slam through the door. Oh, okay. This is the one that wants to come out, apparently. Get your postcard from Spirit. I'm feeling so, like, randomly kind of sassy. Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so very much, as always. All right, pile number 3, that is your reading for today. I do hope that resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If it did not resonate, you can always pick another pile. You can pick another reading, or I just possibly might not be your reader for today. So I am wishing you much love and light on your journey, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.